I grew up in a non-religious home. My mom was religious, at least, not my dad. I wanted to be more like my dad. So, when I was about 11 years old, I started smoking cigarettes. And that wasn't the best idea. And around 2009, my grandma passed away. That was really hard for me. I was very close to my grandma. Die. So the nicotine wasn't enough, so I started smoking pot. In 2010, I was arrested for drug possession. That really bothered me because I didn't, after that, I felt like I wasn't really going to go anywhere in life. And I felt worthless. So, after I got arrested, I wasn't allowed to leave my house for 15 days. That was a really lonely part in my life. I didn't really have any friends to begin with. Now I didn't really have any at all, so I started drinking to replace my friends. February 26th, 2011, my life changed for the better. I was arrested again. And that sounds funny, but it's true. I was arrested by a guy named Chad McCameron. And he suggested that this time I should go check out a youth group. And he suggested Oneighty. And I was very skeptical about joining any type of youth group. One reason being, I thought, I didn't want to be around Jesus freaks or kids that, were kind of cheesy. And I was really skeptical about going. So then Wednesday came around, and I ended up going with Carly McCameron and her mom. They dropped me off at Oneighty. And I was very shy and nervous the first time I went. Mr. McCameron was there in his uniform, making sure I didn't run away. So, first time I went to Oneighty, I sat down after worship and Daryl spoke. I didn't really understand the message and I didn't really pay attention. But the first two people I met were Matt Harder and Daniel Yates, and I thought they were crazy, especially Matt Harder. So after that, they invited me to come back again. So the second week, I came back. Now the first time I went, I really enjoyed Oneighty. So I came back the second time, where Daryl invited me to go to Myrtle Beach for spring break. And I thought, hey, why not? So I thought I was just going to go on a vacation. So I took advantage of that, and I went with them to Myrtle Beach. So one night, I took a walk with Daniel Yates along the shoreline of the beach, and I opened up my life to him. Now, at the time, I was a closed-minded person, but after hearing what Daniel had to say, I opened up my mind to Christianity and this whole religious thing in general. And I realized that I was a big sinner and I needed Christ in my life. And I realized that He died on the cross for me and for my sins. And that was a big sacrifice on His part. So the next morning, when I woke up, I was approached by Daniel Yates and Matt Harder, and we all sat at this bench, and we talked for a long time. And after that, at that moment, at that bench, I realized I needed to change my life. And right there, I accepted Christ into my life and into my heart. Since I accepted Christ, my relationship with my dad has gotten a lot better. I have my best friend Jerry, who's helped me through so much, and before that, I never had anyone like that, ever, to talk to or to share my life with. Now, I have this amazing youth group, Oneighty, who accepted me for who I am, and I have God's Word. God's Word is just amazing, and it has opened my eyes to so much. Now I feel a whole lot better about myself. And if I hadn't accepted Christ into my life, and if I hadn't joined Oneighty, I would not be here right now. I would be in jail. I'm Nico, and I have taken the Oneighty.